When you can't go fast, just stun lock them. So with the upcoming BT13 meta, I feel that one of the decks that will be prevalent in it, as it does get some support, is one of the decks prevalent in the BT13 meta, and that is Blue Flare. It's a stun deck that you can play slower, make your opponent grind it out, or have some explosive plays that could potentially OTK if you see the right cards. It's a nice mid-range tempo feeling deck at the moment. And to start things off, playing a full set of Greymon from BT11 as our only egg, the inheritable to draw a card when you swing if you have a blue tamer, with how reliant the deck is on its blue tamers. Incredibly helpful, probably the best egg for the deck. Then moving into the level 3s, playing 3 of the Greymon from BT11. The once per turn, your turn, when you play a Dramon or a blue flare trait, draw a card. And then the inheritable, same thing, once per turn, when you play a Dramon or a blue flare trait, gain a memory. You're plussing somewhere with this, whether it be drawing a card or gaining a memory to continue some plays. Next, after that, is a full set of the BT10 Gaussmon. On deletion, play a blue flare level 4, suspended. This essentially is kind of like pseudo jamming the same way that Eismon is. You swing in, it dies, you play something out, and you start plussing. And depending on what was played. And to round out our level 3s, we're playing 4 of the Gaussmon from EX4. We will never be using the Twilight effect from it, unfortunately. But your turn, once per turn, when a card with the blue flare trait is played, draw 1. It's a good turn 1 play, involve something in the bag, play this out, draw a card to replace itself, and then just start plussing from there if you need to. Now going into level 4s, we are playing the starter deck Greymons in here because why not? It's a very good card. Resurgence made it easier to get. And that inheritable security attack can help close games out a lot faster, as it can be used for the Metalgreymon Digicrossing. And then for the actual blue flare level 4s, playing 1 EX4 Greymon. For its on play to reveal the top 3, add a Curia and a blue flare, trash the rest. Well, blue flare with Digicross, and then material save, or on deletion save, as it were, with the ability to draw a card when you attack. Now going into the male Bergermons, playing 3 of the BT10 ones, which will play out a Curia if you don't have one in play, or if you do have one in play, return a Metalgreymon from your trash to your hand, as well as most of the level 4s having the on deletion save. This is also the beginning of the stun cards, with the one attacking once per turn. This Digimon has blue flare in its traits, and your opponent has 2 or more. Stun one of their Digimon, can't attack or block, till the end of your opponent's next turn. After that is 3 of the male Bergermon from EX4. It's on play being like a pseudo ice wall, and then the on deletion save is nice, but the real reason we're playing it is for that jamming inheritable, as it'll be tucked under all of our Metalgreymons hopefully. And then the only 4 of that we're playing when it comes to level 4s, the Greymon from BT10. The on play, reveal the top 4 cards, add 2 blue flares to your hand, and if you have a Curia in play, you can return a Metalgreymon from your trash to your hand instead. And then the on deletion save. This is also one of the cards that can be used for closing out games, with its when attacking once per turn. If this Digimon has blue flare in its traits, and your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, unsuspend this Digimon. Alright, going into the level 5s now, we're only playing 2 of the Metalgreymon from EX4. On play, this Digimon gains Rush, which is the common trait with the Metalgreymons. This one though, if Digicrossing trash up to 2 cards from one of your opponent's Digimon of their Digivolution sources, has the material save 2 Digicrosses for 2 with a blue Metalgreymon or blue Greymon, and then the Metalbergermon. And then when attacking, inheritable, if this Digimon has Grey Knightsmon, one of your opponent's Digimon with 3 or fewer Digivolution cards can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn. We will never be saying that because we don't play Grey Knights. We don't play any of the Twilight pieces outside of one tamer. And then the full set of BT10 Metalgreymon. It also has the on-play game rush, like I said, the common traits. And then, if Digicrossing 3 of your opponent's Digimon with Digivolution cards less than or equal to this Digimon's Digivolution cards can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's turn, has the material save 2, and Digicross with the Metalgreymon, or Metalbergermon and Greymon. It's the main one you definitely want to be seeing, as it can go into security plus attack plays with the red Greymon. Alright, as for level 6s, we're only playing 2 with the Z Greymon. It evolves for 2 onto any Metalgreymon, so you don't have to worry about the 3 cost. And then when Digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon. And if a card with blue flare or crosses in this trait, and your opponent has 2 or more Digimon, gain 2 memory back. So if they have 2 or more, you Digivolve for free, unsuspend, has the on deletion save. It does have an inheritable, but the inheritable never comes up because we are playing level 7 Omnimon with Blitz. So when Digivolving Blitz, when Digivolving unsuspend this Digimon. So its entire thing is just closing out the game between the Z Greymon and the Omnimon. Go into Z, unsuspend, swing, and then go into the Blitz Omni for game. The standard play. As for Tamers, playing 3 of the Kyria Memory Setter, that will also allow you to Digicross from sources under your Tamers. Not much to really say about that. And then a full set of the Kyria and Nene. Start of your turn, or start of your main phase. If there are 2 or more Digimon in play, gain a memory. Doesn't matter if it's your side, your opponent's side, or a combination, gain that memory. And then all turns, when you play a Digimon with Blue Flare or Twilight trait with a Digicross requirement, by suspending this tamer, you may play 1 card from under your tamers and 1 card from your trash as Digivolution for the Digicross. So let's just get into the trash for things that were checked in security, maybe something died in security checks from our side that we want to use. And then to close out the profile, running 4 our options, 1 Ice Wall, just because it's a generic card that can be used to help stall out the game. And then 3 Sorai. It helps with the Marcus Rush from Shine Gray, it helps with the Royal Knights, it helps if Gardenon's going wide, strip some sources and to make it so that you can survive a turn, possibly close that game out. And then a full set of Blazing Memory Boost. It's probably the best searching card in the game. Even at 5 cost, you play it out, you flip over 6 cards, you have the probability of hitting a tamer. Off of those 6, play out a tamer, add 2 blue flares to hand, and then have a memory boost ready to go for your next turn. One thing I will say, and it is something that I play around with my ratios, is actually running 2 Sorai instead of 3, with the third one being a spot for Death X. If your meta is calling for it, then why not? But that is the list. Now let's get on to the test shuffles. Alright, so to get into the shuffling portion of it, let's assume that we were on the die roll and that we're just going first. Always give a good shuffle. say the opponent is presented and they just do one of those kinds of cuts. We're on the play, and we flip one, Sorai 1, Greymon, 1 Metalgreymon that uses the blue, 1 Curia Nene, and 1 Male Bergemon. So we can pass our opponent to 4. If we were to keep this hand, our security would be looking at Metalgreymon at the end, a Male Bergemon, a Greymon, a Z Greymon, and a Greymon. That's a whole lot of things that I would rather see, and with looking at how this one is, we'll see how it would be if this was played out, but this would 100% not be a keepable hand for me. So we hatch our Wanyamon, and immediately pass our opponent to 4, playing Curia Nene. Let's say that they do a standard play, you know, they hatch, they evolve in the back, they play some kind of a searcher, either a Memboost or a level 3 searcher, and then evolve, so we're at 1. Well, we have an Ice Wall, that's cool. And realistically, this is just going downhill very quickly. So, yeah. Let's move on to the mulligan that would have ensued from that hand. Just this little V marker. Shout out to Lil V Mills, as I listen to a whole lot of his music when I'm editing and getting these things together. Good shuffle. Good shuffle. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it was looking real scary there for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Omnimon's insecurity is scary. That's some good security hits, but also that's both the Omnimons. We wouldn't know that though. So we would hatch, evolve into a Gaussmon, draw a card. That card would be a Gaussmon. So let's just play it safe and play the Curia out. Put the opponent to 4, but at least we have the Mem setter now. So they can do their play, just like was highlighted a few seconds ago. They do the searcher, they could pass over to 1 through evolution, but we go to 3 now. Draw our card, which is a Sorai, so defensively we're looking very good. We've got nothing that we can really do, so let's play out Gaussmon. That's gonna hit a blue memory, or blue blazing memory. That'll put us here, and then we'll just go ahead and blazing for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got Male Bird. We really need a Greymon, but there's no Greymons. So I think in this case we take the Z Grey to hopefully be able to set up. And we need a Metalgreymon, so we're gonna take a Metalgreymon. Bottom deck really don't matter. Opponent's got a whole lot of memory to work with. Let's say they do their thing, they start swinging. I mean, they're gonna hit this Omnimon, and hopefully be able to in a position where it was just some rebuilding to where we get to go over the 3. Draw a card, which is another Male Bergemon. Hatch an egg. Now we're starting to look into a kind of precarious situation. That being that we've really got not a whole lot we can play out without passing over a bunch of memory. So I think in this case, I would actually give up the... We would do it like this then. Swing Gaussmon. Sing Gaussmon dies in security. We're gonna draw a card since we have that. And then there's the Greymon Blue. Not in a position to use it since this is the blue Greymon. Our guy dies out, we get to play level 4. So we play out one of these Metalgreymons. It gives the effect to something, but it's also going to trigger this Gaussmon now. So we draw a card, and that card is a Gaussmon. We can evolve that Gaussmon in the back. And now we're starting to be a little bit safer. Now we've got a blue Greymon that we can use. So being in this position, we know now that we can go into this for 3. So giving up the ability to get some more cards in hand. We go into the Metalgreymon, go down to 3. Crack the Blazing Memory Boost to go back up to 2. Let's assume our opponent was in a position where they recovered, but they played out 2, so that we're able to restand. So we swing, we've got jamming, that's 2 checks this turn. We unsuspend. We swing, that's 3 checks this turn. Since we can evolve into the Zeeg for 2, since it's a gray, we draw a card, it's another Nene, it unsuspends, and we swing jamming. And that is the 4th check this turn. So now we can just safely swing this Gaussmon, and we have this one in the back. But it would have been really nice to have one of these Omnimons. And that's essentially Blue Flare. It's still a stun deck. It can still lock your opponent out. But it has gotten so much quicker with the way it is able to play now. If you like the content, please like if you made it this far. Leave a comment, whether it be positive, negative, where I can improve. And we are now actually about to start the Digimon Gauntlet over on Twitch. The link will be down below in the description, where I'm going to play through every game that was released in the West. That is 18 games, and I forgot about the racing one, so yeah, that's going to be fun. But take care.